There are two things that you must do to your blueberry bushes in March. Two very simple things. Do these two things now and for the rest of the year you'll be laughing as you won't need to do anything else. Everybody loves blueberries, those sweet, plump, beautiful balls of goodness that are easy to freeze, kids love them and easy to grow. But you must do two things every year in order for your blueberries to be successful. Do them and blueberries are the easiest plant to grow ever. So what do we need to do? Firstly, between February and April, we need to prune your blueberry bushes. This step is absolutely crucial to get delicious, sweet tasting, plump, bountiful fruit. Blueberry bushes that haven't been pruned focus on aging stems, making the fruit small and sour, basically completely pointless to be picked. Now, I have 3 top tips for blueberry pruning. For bushes older than 3 years old, prune the oldest cane right down to the ground. Doesn't matter what is on top, just lob it off. They are no good to us. We should be cutting back about 1 in 3 canes and make sure that we keep the young, vibrant canes for the young, juicy fruit. Cut off any crossing or diseased branches. These branches are going to be an absolute nightmare to use. They rub on other branches, promoting disease, damage, and they also keep that lovely sun out. We need the sun to ripen, sweeten the fruit, and help photosynthesis happen. Cut off all other weaker looking shoots. It sounds harsh, but in total, your blueberry bush should have at least 50 to 60% less flower shoots at the end of pruning. After pruning your blueberry, it should look upright and tall, not bushy with lots of shoots. Now, before we go into the second secret to amazing blueberries, I want to tell you what I've done with all my blueberry pruning waste. I'm going to turn them into more blueberries. Blueberries are literally the easiest plant to propagate, and it cut 6 to 12 centimetre lengths, cut just below a leaf node there. Blueberry cuttings don't necessarily need a lot of nutrients, so I'm just going to use my standard seed and cutting compost, but you can use any multi-purpose compost as long as you put additional drainage in it with perlite or sand or something like that. All you do is keep these babies warm and moist and you should get some success. Not all of them will work, but who cares, right? They're free. Top tip: if you know somebody locally who also has blueberries, you could encourage them to take cuttings too and swap with them. Blueberries are friendly souls and love the company of other types of blueberries. When you have multiple varieties of blueberries, even if they're the self-pollinating type, you should get larger harvests. Right, now on to the second thing you need to do for an easy all-round bumper blueberry crop, and that is to feed your blueberries. But this will depend on your setup. All ways are easy enough, but you need to pick the feeding method that suits you. You probably know by now that blueberries need acidic soil to thrive. That means where the soil is pH 4.5 to 5.5. So if you don't have acidic soil, then pots are probably going to be the easiest way to provide the best growing environment for your blueberries. And guess what? Blueberries, they love pots. I grow my blueberries in pots, and every year I top the pots up with ericaceous compost. The nutrients from this compost soak down into the blueberry roots, helping them to grow. But every few years my blueberries get pot bound and they start to look like they're flagging. So firstly, make sure the bush is pruned. Secondly, remove the bush from its pot. And thirdly is to gently finger the roots, removing old potting mix and cut off any diseased or damaged roots. The point to removing old potting mix is so we can use the same pot and make sure there is room for new potting mix. If you haven't got the time or energy to do a full-on rehaul of your blueberry bushes, there is one waste product that blueberries love. And guess what? You can find it everywhere for free. I recently even found this outside the National Trust Cafe and I use it every day. It's spent coffee grounds. Add these to your blueberries once a week and you will be rewarded with the biggest and sweetest fruits you'll ever eat. If you're interested in other pruning videos for a bumper harvest, I've made a great one here on apple trees.